I really should have plugged my phone in before I started this vlog, but it's fine. So before we walk over that direction, let me come over here because I don't know who knows about these yet. But I bought myself pepper plants. If you guys watched my vlog from before, you'd know that. This is my habanero plant. And then I have this Tabasco plant. My Tabasco plant looks really sad right now because I need to water these. And then I've got my itty bitty baby jalapeno plant, which is flowering right now. Look at those little flowers. That's so cute. So this is my jalapeno plant. I also bought, because I looked it up online. So I also bought their kind of like they're forever homes. Apparently these are big enough for that. So this is how big they need to be. These are 12 inches. The website said at the very least 10 inch. So I bought these 12 inches and I got them in black because my aesthetic is black, very little white, and gray with the red. So, or that like brownish burgundy. So I got them in black just because most of my furniture is black. I'm gonna run to go and get soil because the problem is, and if I go up into my parents' unit, because what I bought is up there. So I did a lot of research on how to care for pepper plants. So I ended up buying what I thought was soil. Turns out it was just fertilizer. So I need soil. And then we're gonna replant the pepper pots or the pepper plants. I'm gonna keep them outside actually for the summer because we get really hot and humid in Minnesota during the summer. It's gonna be ridiculously hot and humid tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna take you guys with me because you know what? When I do things that I'm bored, that are boring to me, which it just makes it a little more fun when I have somebody to talk to. Also, I decided to live life like I have a skin condition because, you know, I do. And when you have rosacea, you have to wear a hat outside all the time, a brimmed hat. I mean, theoretically, I should be wearing like a brimmed hat all the way around, but this is good enough. My dermatologist has always said this was good enough, so it's not something that I have to worry about too much. Before I start the alarm, I should probably put my shoes on. Anyway, so let's go get some soil. Oh, I need to fill my water jugs too. Let's go get my water jugs and then we'll get my soil and then we'll go fill my water jugs and then we'll come home and replant my pepper plants. Whew, say that 10 times fast. Yikes. Okay. Let's go. Let's go do the thing. This heat wave isn't coming. This heat wave is here. Holy crap. It's so humid. I hate Minnesota. I hate it so much. It's so awful. And my AC doesn't work very well. Like it blows air. It's not cold air. It needs to be recharged. All right. I'm trying to think about where I should go. Because there are definitely nurseries around here. I should plug my phone in too. I didn't plug it in overnight because I had charged it. I make poor life choices a lot in my life. So, it's fine. I could go to Home Depot. I could go to the one in Richfield. Is that one closer than the one here? It's hard to say because I live really close to Richfield. I don't know. I'll just go to the one in Richfield. It's probably less stressful than going to the one here because I have to friggin' deal with a lot more road. So, all right, let's just go somewhere. So we're at Home Depot, and I'm actually right next to the garden center. So I'm gonna go just in through the garden center and ask about it. Because from what I understand, premium soil plus like it should be pretty acidic. So I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know plants. I used to keep plants. I used to know a lot about plants. But when you don't use specific knowledge in your brain, it goes away. So it's been like 15 years since well, maybe not, maybe like 10 since I actually like stopped with the whole plant thing. Somebody's literally getting into the car right ahead of me. I hate everything. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go into the plant center, the garden center, and I'm gonna go see if I can figure out what I need. I don't know why I constantly wear pants when it's this hot and humid, but whatever. I feel so overwhelmed already. I know I need something this big. Like, okay, I need to find a human that can help me figure out my life. Oof, that's a task. Ooh, I do want to get into succulents at some point. I technically have succulents right now, but that was that fairy garden I did last weekend. Anyway, I need a person that can help me figure out what I need with my life. Again, it's quite the task. Okay, so then I looked it up on the internet again, and turns out that they like near neutral soil, 6.0 to 6.8, which is pretty much what I like my water at as well. So anyway, so I just got regular potting soil. This particular potting soil was number 1 on sale, and number 2 feeds plants for up to 9 months, so they'll be good to go. All right, so we're gonna go to Cub, fill my water bottles, my water jugs, which are back here, there, and then we're gonna go home and repot my plants in this ridiculous heat. I really should just put my hair back in a ponytail and put some shorts on, because holy crap. But it's not gonna happen because I hate wearing shorts. So when you hate everything about your body, you just want to be covered up, show absolutely no skin. Anyway, that is not for this video. That is definitely a thing to talk to my therapist about. All right, let's go. So, okay. Recently my cat's prescription card fell out. I hadn't gotten rid of it yet. I had every intention of finding it in my purse and throwing it, but I just hadn't. And I had to get a new one. And I probably shouldn't say this, but prescriptions don't actually matter, especially at PetSmart. And this is a Banfield one. I had to get Banfield because I bought her food at PetSmart, even though I don't go to Banfield anymore. If you'd like that to be a story time, I am willing to do that. Why I don't go to Banfield anymore. I think I've probably talked about it before on the internet. I don't remember. So if you guys want that to be a wine story time, let me know, because that was a stressful time period. It was finding out my cat was dying, but like a whole other slew of things going on at the same time about like why I refused to go to Banfield anymore. And I just realized that her prescription was written down wrong. It was supposed to be, like, that is not her prescription. Why, Banfield? I mean, granted, like I said, I only ever went to Banfield specifically to get that so that I could buy it at PetSmart. But the thing is like, and that's why I say it doesn't matter. Because this thing will pop up at PetSmart that'll say like, you know, put in the prescription number, and the prescription number is on this card. Like hers is 0469-13111976, and so that's what they would put in. You could literally put in a bunch of zeros and it'd still work. It's supposed to be like proof that they have a prescription card, which doesn't make any sense because prescription food isn't like it's drugs. So I don't understand. I don't understand the whole thing. Anyway, I used to work for PetSmart, and I just know that little fun fact that the numbers actually don't matter. And apparently, last time I got her food, nobody seemed to look at what the prescription actually was. So I don't know what that prescription is, but that's definitely not her prescription. It may be the Purina version. Because when this whole kidney thing first happened, she only ever ate Purina. That was it. Like, she would not eat anything else. Purina. And everything stopped carrying the Purina, at least the kidney food for cats. They carried other Purina prescription food, but they stopped carrying the kidney food. So I ended up switching it to Hills, and she eventually got hungry enough to eat it. And then she stopped eating. She'd like nibble, except for her last meal. Her last meal was her favorite meal ever. Like literally, it's her favorite thing to do. So whenever I would give Cosmo canned food, she would always get the first bite. And this was just established when he was a puppy, that she got the first bite of his canned food. And so on her last night, 'cause she didn't eat the next morning, on her last night, when I was feeding Cosmo, I decided to give him canned food. I'm gonna cry. Shoot. So I grabbed her bowl and I put a scoop of it in her bowl and I put that up to her mouth because she wasn't walking that last day. And I put that up to her mouth and she just took this massive bite. Cosmo was standing right there watching her do it. And I think he knew to an extent what was going on with her. And anyway, yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. It fell out of my purse recently and I just happened to look at it right now. And I was like, that's not her prescription. What the heck? I don't understand how. Banfield. Anyway, I'm at Cub and I'm gonna go fill my water jugs now. Okay, so I'm back. And so, funny story. So my mom finally got me my birthday present more than 6 months later. My mom claims I'm so hard to shop for, but I've got like 6 wish lists on Amazon. So I'm not that difficult to shop for, but my mother just gets, I think, overwhelmed by my wish lists. There's a lot of things that I want. Anyway, what she ended up getting me, because she ended up having to tell me what she got me, because I was actually asked by a company to do a product review. And the product that they wanted me to review was something that I wanted, but it wasn't the type that I wanted. So it's an electronic tea kettle. But the one that they were asking me to review was one that didn't set to different temperatures. It just boiled water. And if you know anything about tea, you know that you don't just boil water. Tea needs to be steeped at different temperatures for different types of tea. And specifically, I can only drink herbal tea. I mean, I could drink decaf, whatever. Like I used to drink decaf green tea every morning, and I may get back into it. But green tea and herbal tea both need to be steeped at different temperatures. And if I ever decide to get a decaf black tea and try that, even though there's still going to be a decent amount of caffeine in it, that needs to be steeped at different temperatures. So I ended up getting a bunch of teas because she finally got it for me. So I got some chamomile, which helps you fall asleep. We're not going to put them back in for a moment. I got rooibos, and I love rooibos tea. This is actually the very first herbal tea I really got into. And I really love rooibos tea. But this also tastes good as iced tea, and I'm thinking I want to make some iced tea because it's so freaking hot today. Not make it today because my thing isn't in yet, but I want to make some iced tea. But that tastes good iced, so that's just on my mind. I got some more peppermint tea, which is what I like to have when I'm not feeling great, when my throat kind of hurts, or if I'm congested. I like to have this. And then that's just kind of been my go-to lately, just because it's all I really have at the moment. I also got this lemon zinger tea, which I just love the taste of lemon. I bet you this would taste pretty good as well as an iced tea. And then I got dandelion root tea, which apparently is a good coffee substitute. So that's great because it's herbal and it's a good coffee substitute. So not that it tastes like coffee, because I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure it tastes like dandelions, but it supposedly will give me energy. So, and then I got this ginger aid tea as well, and apparently ginger will help with nausea. So if I'm ever feeling nauseous, take some ginger. So, and then also I think it was the dandelion root that also reduces water weight. I get there eventually. Apparently reduces water weight, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna head home now. Bye. Actually, I'm not going home right away because I forgot I have to go get food for the animals. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. I hate Minnesota. Okay, let's go to Burnsville. I may just be too senile to drive because more than a few times in recent history, I have forgotten to put my vehicle into park. I mean, obviously I figured out because I can't turn my car off without putting it into park. But seriously, like, there have been more than a few times in recent history that has happened. I might be too senile to drive. I'm only 32, but my brain may be going. So anyway, so I'm at where I get live pinky mice for my frog, and so I'm gonna also pick up some crickets while I'm here for the leopard geckos, and head on home. My frog gave me quite the fright this morning. She freaked out, and she does do that. Like, she freaks out pretty frequently, but she freaked out and was acting very strangely, like in a way that I had not seen her act before, and it freaked me out, but she's fine. Like, she's fine. But, like, it panicked me. Anyway, so I'm gonna go get them food. And I forgot, like, how crappy traffic is at 4 o'clock coming to Burnsville. So I have been out and about for a while now. I can't wait to go home. Well, the plan was to watch a lot of Turbo today, but that's not going to happen, so it's now that I'm done with Car Ranger. Watch Turbo, and then watch Mega Ranger, and then watch In Space, and then watch Ginga Man, and then watch Lost Galaxy again, and then watch Go-Go 5, and then finally, for the first time in my life, finish Lightspeed Rescue, because I'm determined to finish it this time. I hear that it's actually good, but, like, I can't get past the absolute horrid writing and the horrid acting. Anyway, still a long ways away because I still have to finish freaking Turbo. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go get the things I need. So I got my live pinky mice. They're in this little box, which oddly enough I actually really like Exoterra in general. So, but I don't use the daytime lights. These are actually the exact lights that I use in some of my light fixtures. And then I got my crickets, 100 of them, because I have a ridiculous amount of leopard geckos, and that'll last them a week. So, owning pets is hard. It's difficult, especially when they're reptiles and amphibians. Anyway, all right, let's head home. Okay, so now that I'm home, first order of business is going to be to feed Nathai these mice. So if you're a little squeamish, don't worry, I'm not going to show them, because I know that it can be probably pretty disturbing for people to see baby mice being fed. I'm not feeding them, I'm just putting them in there, and then I leave, and I kind of just let her go at it as she wants. Then I'm going to bring everything upstairs. I have the crickets too, but I'm going to deal with the crickets later. So I'll put them right there. I'm going to deal with my plants, and then hopefully by then she'll have eaten her baby mice, and I can come down here and watch some Turbo until, I don't know, until whenever. All right, so I'm going to feed Nathai and then work on my plants. So I tend to stay with them until they calm down because, see, they're getting active again. Because I have had them climb out of the food dish. I need to get a larger food dish is what I need. Why do I look orange? Anyway, would you guys just relax? Okay, it does look like they're getting ready to cuddle and go to sleep. I hate this. I don't like it. I don't like feeding these live baby mice. I wish she would eat frozen so that they were already dead. I don't like it, but it's what has to be done. My frog has to eat. It's all part of nature, circle of life. The Lion King taught us all that. It's not fun. All right, so I've got my plants and I've got my pots. Let's go. Cosmo was gonna come with me, but my mother's feral cat is outside, and my mother's feral cat does not like dogs. So, all right, let's go plant things. So first order of business is to pop holes in the bottom of the pots so that they can drain properly. That's my mother's feral cat. Just likes to hang out. Here they are, all nicely planted now. And I watered them, so they should, especially that Tabasco plant, should be perking up. And then over here, I've got my salvia, which some of it's doing well, some of it's not. And then Denali's grave plant is just absolutely thriving. So that's incredible. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. It is so hot out there. It's so humid. I'm so happy to be inside. All right, I'm gonna drink oh shoot, my water's outside still. Oh, I have to go back out there, go get my water. All right, well, I'm gonna drink water for a few hours. Okay, bye. Enjoy me drinking water for 20 seconds because I've got this water bottle that I'm just gonna down. Ugh.